If you had to ballpark, if you had to forecast what's going to happen in 2020, who takes the Democratic nomination, how President Trump performs against them, what are the factors and what do you see happening?
Well, I think Democrats are going through this phase that we went through in 2016 where we think, oh, it's a big field, a lot of new, fresh faces. This is a really strong field. And then you get into it like, this is a terrible field, and Trump's going to stomp them all. And, that's why, well, this may be over when this runs, but the Bloomberg flirtation with running and others we've heard about, Eric Holder and others, it's part of a freak out on the part of at least an element of the Democratic establishment and the Democratic donor base. Because you have Joe Biden, that's this bifurcated phenomenon. I'm not sure he's had one good day on the campaign trail. The fundraising is atrocious. He's like in fourth place in fundraising. In the early states, you'd say Iowa and New Hampshire, based on that, he's crashing and burning. But he has persisted in the strength in the national polls. So to me, that just shows Democrats, they want to be with him. They want to like him. They want someone like that. But the performance ability isn't there. And I would just think throwing him into this race with Donald Trump would be a huge risk because you just don't know when he's going to fall on his face, like in a really big moment or during a debate.
Almost literally.
Yeah, no, literally. And then Elizabeth Warren, she's run a pretty good primary campaign, but she's not objectively like a generational talent, the way Barack Obama was. Maybe Obama at his best days could kind of sell this program in a general election. Can she? I really doubt it, and it even seems to be dawning on her that Medicare for All is a huge mistake and is going to be an albatross around her neck. And if she wins a nomination, she's going to have to find some way, I think, to wiggle out of it. Bernie Sanders might be stronger in some ways than Elizabeth Warren, but he's a self-declared socialist, and that's a radioactive word in our politics. So sometimes I squint just the right way, and I'm like, okay, Buttigieg. Buttigieg is their stronger guy. He is hyper-articulate, like Obama levels of speaking. He hasn't had any bad moments in any of the debates except for that one debate over, there's a police-involved shooting, and he was cornered at one moment, but someone from the wings interrupted, and he didn't really quite see how cornered he was. But he's, bright and shiny as a new penny. He's the mayor of South Bend, and so far shown just zero appeal to African Americans. So that'd obviously be a huge obstacle to winning the nomination and a huge problem in a general election. And we've seen some debate about this bubbling out there, but African Americans are, there's some element of African American opinion that is not into gay marriage, and this would be a huge problem for him. So who's the strongest? I don't know. I have zero idea. And Trump's path, obviously, it's a really narrow path, but it's an open path, and it's a path that does not involve winning the popular vote, which is kind of crazy. I mean, if we ever thought about an incumbent president who's going to win but can't do it with the popular vote, but it's threading the needle again electorally, and that path is open in those formerly blue wall states, especially if they nominate someone who is deeply flawed or ideologically too far to the left, and that seems to characterize the top four candidates at the moment.
Thank you for tuning in to the Daily Wire, one of the fastest growing conservative media outlets in the country. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of our content.